Well, good morning, Lionhearts. It's your old pal Jordan the Lion, your old pal Ja. We're coming to you from the Eric Singer Bed and Breakfast. We're going to go out and have some more fun today. We're about to go pick up Jerry McCambridge, the Mentalist, and he's going to go hang out with us today. Daze with Jordan the Lion begins now. Alright, so I think one of our first stops today is actually going to be over to the Hollywood Car Museum because, and I'm not going to fight that either because the A-Team van is over there, but they also absorbed the Liberace Car Museum, and Eric and I are both kind of fascinated with just that Elvis and the big Vegas old Showtime stuff, and one day he was mentioning that Liberace used to have this big crazy ring that was like a grand piano, and I said, oh yeah, over at that museum they sell a replica, so we're gonna go over and take a look at that, and then we're gonna go out and check out a few more things here in Vegas. You've been having a pretty good time, haven't you? You had some duck for lunch today, didn't you? Pretty good, huh? Jerry, this is my first ride in a Tesla ever. You were bragging about it earlier, so kind of excited to see what it's all about.
Then we're gonna give you the ride of your life.
We're cruising down Dean Martin Drive, and that's where the Hollywood Car Museum is. Here's Allegiant Stadium. It's pretty cool.
All E-Giant.
Mandalay Bay.
This looks like they're putting out a giant
Home of the Raiders. Future home of the Raiders. As soon as we got here, I noticed that there was a sign in the window here that was not here last time I was here. This says this was from Scrooged, one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies. I probably know it inside and out by heart. This is what Buster Poindexter would have, or David Johansen would have been driving. You can see it says Bill Murray and David Johansen of New York Dolls as the cab driver. That is so freaking cool. I love this movie. I love it. And I love seeing that this is here. Man. Oh, take a look, take a look. It's even got the Christmas lights in there still. Francis. If you look inside, they're just regular like stools. They're not even car seats. It's crazy that he actually put the logo and stuff for the museum on there. Kind of changed the originality of the car, but still cool to see the car. Oh, and then even check out the wreath on the front. Go on in. Go get your ring, Eric.
You going because you're doing the thing. We want to let you do your thing.
I've actually vlogged this before, so we're just here to see the rings. But this place is totally worth checking out. Go find my video called Hollywood Cars Museum and Liberace Museum. I made 2 videos. So is this for you or Derek Sherinian? I thought you said Derek Sherinian, but...
Well, he's going to wear the same as me, that's what I know. He's definitely, put it this way, there's no way he's only a 9, and he's definitely not a 13.
Interesting rings, man, interesting rings. Why do you want this? You said you used to see this on TV?
Yeah. When he would be on the daytime chat shows, whether it was Mo Griffin, Dick Cavett, any of those daytime talk shows, they would, you know, he'd get interviewed, and then of course they'd always talk about his clothes, his shoes, or whatever have you. And you know, I remember one of the guests asking about his rings, and he showed it, and they showed a close-up showing this little baby grand piano diamond ring, and I was like, oh my God, that's insane, crazy. And it's just, who would think to do that other than maybe an Elvis or a Liberace type character?
Yeah, that's very interesting. They're 150 bucks. Let me see, Eric.
Well, it says jeweler's metals, whatever that means.
You know,
that's an ambiguous term.
well, this is all stuff that was at the Liberace Museum.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
No.
How so?
He tried to sell me the door that was out front.
There it is on my finger. So our little trip here kind of inspired me to want to go check out the Liberace mansion. So we're gonna head over there. Let's see what the Tesla can do. Holy cow.
My Audi's faster.
We're at 90.
If you're gonna do that, let me have my seatbelt on first, please.
Very responsible. So as we were coming over to Liberace's mansion, Jerry pointed out, he said this was actually his restaurant, Carlucci's, and over here, actually up on top there where those 3 pins are, there used to be a piano that they've removed, and they still have a mural of him over here. And then over here where this building is was where the museum once was that's now gone. So at least they left this here. So this escape room over here was where the museum once was, and now what they did was they moved the museum into the old Michael Jackson Thriller Villa, and it's $130 a person to view it.
This wall here used to be all sheet music. Like it came off of the Liberace tiles. Those are tiles, all these were tiles, and it was all notes and sheet music, so it was almost like a big giant scroll. That's why it's shaped that way. Obviously they've plastered over the whole thing.
Makes sense.
Taking the history away. Hold on, I gotta...
So we're pulling onto Liberace Street and kind of get a feel for his neighborhood. It's not what you'd expect, that's for sure. You can see there are these white pillars up front. That's where the house was, and it was actually in really poor condition for a while, and someone bought it and spent double or triple what they thought it was going to take to fix it up, and they fixed it up. Take a look at the house. You can see the greenhouse up here. They've done a great job of refurbishing it, and like I said, I think the guy, when he bought it, he wanted to make sure nobody knocked it down, tore it down, because it's not the greatest neighborhood anymore. But then when he got it, started doing all the repairs, it went way, way over budget than what he ever expected. You can see it says 1962, placed on the Clark County Register of Historical Places, Liberace Mansion. And then look at the stained glass over here. And if we go in through here, take a look at what the front door looks like. Really elaborate. Holy cow, man, that is great. And look at that stained glass. And then as we walk past, you can take a look at the fountain in here. Here you can see little sitting area, the table and everything out here. The neighborhood's not too bad, it's just, it's kind of hit or miss. Some houses are in good shape and some are not. You can see this is where he would have parked his cars, of course. Stretched quite a few cars along here. And here's a back view. Now we're back around front. I mean, sadly, this is just, there's just not a whole lot of Liberace history here anymore. You know, old Vegas is kind of falling by the wayside. Shenandoah, Wayne Newton's home's closed, and the museum isn't open anymore, so it's just, I don't know, changing of the guard for Vegas. I'd love to get in there sometime and read that plaque and see what all it says, but can't do it today.
So you know Goodfellas was on, what was that guy's name? Ray Liotta? No, he played the part, but who was he playing?
Henry Hill?
Henry Hill. When I used to be an engineer, Henry Hill's illegitimate son, Kenny Hill, was my apprentice.
Wow.
So Henry Hill had a girlfriend at the end of the movie. He knocked her up and got her pregnant.
Hard Rock. Can't miss that. How does Vegas social distance? How, I mean, you
stay away from somebody else gambling. 3 feet.
There's Paris, of course. Here's Bally's, the Flamingo, Bugsy Siegel's Flamingo. Here we're on Flamingo Road. In a Tesla like a baller today.
RuPaul.
Drag race, that's what they do it?
At the Flamingo, I guess. Celine, they built that for Celine.
Celine's Coliseum. Caesar's Palace. There's Harrah's. Here's the Venetian.
Yeah, well, half of his own show.
You can see over there at the Mirage, they've got some dolphin statues. Green dolphins. And there's the Siegfried and Roy statue.
Otherwise known as Jerry and Jordan.
So over here on the right, you see the Wynn, and over on the left, you see the fashion show. Then up ahead, you can see the Stratosphere and the Encore.
It used to be the Stardust. They blew it up, tore it down, and now they're building this new thing.
What is this supposed to be?
You'll see the signs on the wall. I forgot what they call this. What does that say? Resorts World. That's the name of it.
Everybody needs a tourist shop. You'll see up here the sign for the Peppermill. That was in Casino. Right there. Over here's the Circus Circus.
There's Elvis Presley Boulevard.
The Bonanza gift shop, look at that.
World's largest gift store.
Take a look at those. That is great. Check out this place, Retro Vegas, with these pink flamingos out front. Wow. Wow, pretty cool place. Check out that John Lennon jacket up there, the Imagine jacket. Oh, that's interesting. Take a look at that. Giant disco ball and some signs for Rich Little and Tony Orlando. And Rich Little's actually performing on my birthday up there, July 30th, you can see. Oh, cool, look at all the glass. Wow, take a look at all this furniture. Man, they have some really great fixtures and things in here. Wow. Oh, look at that lamp right there, that yellow one, and then the parrots up above. It's a pretty cool table. This is great furniture, but I just saw a really cool Elvis picture up here I gotta ask about. Take a look at that. That's pretty cool. Oh, take a look at that. It's pretty interesting. Take a look at those. Nice chair. This is interesting. Look at this. This whole kitchen. It's all in pink. All original Frigidaire refrigerator and everything. And then look at this. Big tail sticks. Things are huge. Look at that. That is crazy. Not even for sale. Look at that old ashtray. Alright, we just came to another place. Take a look at this guy as soon as we walk in. What a greeting. I can't wait to see what we find in this place. A little bit of everything here.
Jordan Bell.
Oh, nice.
That's Elvis. That'd be good over my family room, over the couch.
Some signed Muhammad Ali boxing gloves from 1978. Wow, take a look at these. These are just for show, but take a look at those. That one's even, that's actually Kiss. That is great. I love this kind of stuff. That's a lamp. Speaking of Henry Hill, they have a Henry Hill signed poster. Yeah. Babe Ruth signature, almost $6,000. Take a look at that for kids. You want to write a little atom bomb? Little nuke? Look at all these music instrument lamps. These are incredible. Some made out of old hair dryers. Look at that dulcimer.
You want to go eat and then come back here?
All right, it looks like I get my wish. We're going to the Peppermill from Casino. Wow, take a look at this place. Woo! I love the decor in here. The lamps and everything is just a great vibe. Very cool. Got my menu.
Breakfast 24 hours. Yes. That's what I like. The thing I don't like is when some people are too, that also they're too much of an ego to admit, like, oh, I am a big fan of somebody, or you know, you should never stop being a fan.
I agree.
I'm not saying be starstruck. That's different.
I went ahead and got the Reuben. The food was excellent. What is this? Elvis Forever show.
This is my shaking hands song. When you don't believe or I'm saying.
Definitely worth your time. We came up to one of the entrances of the old Wayne Newton Shenandoah, and through here we can actually see a little bit of the property. There's apparently like a lawsuit going on, so they don't do tours or anything anymore, and Wayne doesn't live here anymore, but I guess he's suing for his possessions that were inside here. And you can see the houses right over there. I always think of National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation when Clark comes to save Ellen up here. He has like a whole ranch here. Horses and everything out here. Little added extra. Show you guys a little bit of this. I always wanted to vlog it and it was closed before I ever got to. But if you notice where this guard shack is, right across the street, that was where the check-in was for the Wayne Newton estate if you were going to do the tour, and they still have that sign up, so I'll show you that. So this is where the Casa de Shenandoah sign used to be, right there on that corner. Then Jerry brought us over here to show me that this is the kind of the famous official gate that if you find pictures of Wayne, you can see him with his horses coming out of this gate. You can kind of see a little bit inside here. Take a look. And if you look at this picture of Wayne online, that's what we just looked through when we looked through the gates. In fact, now that we looked down and saw what was there, take a look at this. There's Wayne right on the other side of those gates. That little road that we just saw, you can match up the fence and everything on both sides. See? Right there. Well, my friends, we're gonna call it a day. I hope you all enjoyed this vlog. A little bit of Liberace, a little bit of vintage store shopping, and a little bit of Wayne Newton. Have a great night. We'll see you all next time. Goodbye.